Hi, welcome. Just imagine this. You move to Maple Hollow looking for quiet, for a fresh start, somewhere you can finally breathe, and within weeks, the universe laughs in your face. Your jacket's gone, your watch, family stuff, stuff that means something, disappearing right under your nose. No sign of a break-in, no clue, just this cold little gut feeling that says, something is wrong here. You know what I mean? That's how it started for me. And for months, I kept telling myself I was just scatterbrained. New place, new routines. Maybe I left my keys at the cafe or packed my jacket in the wrong box. But when my grandfather's Hamilton watch vanished from my nightstand and a first edition of Leaves of Grass evaporated off the shelf, that's when denial gave up the ghost and the fear started growing roots. Maple Hollow was supposed to be the antidote to city chaos. A place where the loudest thing at night was a couple of wind chimes or a neighbor's lawn sprinkler kicking in. The lawns were always clipped, mailboxes shiny, people waved and smiled. But that's just the surface, right? Beneath the surface, well, that's where Karen Belmore ruled. President of the HOA, Queen Bee, 50-something, always in a pressed blouse. And if you ask her, she's the reason everything's so perfect. Except, you couldn't put up cameras, couldn't fence your yard too high, couldn't change a damn thing without her say-so, because privacy builds trust, Daniel, and trust is what makes Maple Hollow home. Yeah, that happened. I should have known right there. Anyone who loves rules that much probably isn't just protecting you. Things went missing, and nobody could explain it, least of all the police, who came around and acted polite, but basically shrugged. No forced entry. Sir, you sure you didn't misplace those items? They always make it your fault. No sign of a break-in, no eyewitnesses. What do you want us to do? All right. So now it's just me and my paranoia, sleeping with a baseball bat by the bed, listening to every creak, feeling like a stranger in my own house. Until one day, my neighbor Emily, always in a rush, always dragging canvases up and down her porch, a designer with a sharp wit and zero time for HOA drama, stops me and asks, "Are you okay?" I spill. She freezes, then admits she's lost stuff too. A gold necklace, an old Kindle. Thought she was losing her mind. Now it's two of us against the weirdness, and suddenly, I don't feel as crazy. Emily keeps watch while I'm gone. We start swapping stories, piecing together little clues. Her seeing someone near my back gate. Karen's car always happening to drive by at the weirdest times. HOA rules so tight, they're practically a lockbox themselves. And then, a twist. Scratch marks on my lock, faint but real. I change the locks. Karen sends a handwritten note demanding a spare key for emergency inspections. She phrases it like concern, but it's a threat. Feels like my house isn't even mine. Next, while I'm on a quick work trip, Emily spots Karen snooping around my yard. My porch light on when I know I left it off. She calls the cops, calls me, and I race home to find chaos. Karen handcuffed on my lawn, still yelling about safety protocols. Emily bloodied but standing tall. Two officers piecing together the scene. They find my stuff in Karen's bag, along with half the neighborhood's missing treasures, latex gloves, and a folding knife. Suddenly, the perfect president isn't just strict. She's a thief with a key to every house. She tries to spin it, blame it on community duty, but nobody's buying it, not with the evidence stacked on the dining table. Police search her house and find a whole secret operation. Bins and bins of loot, detailed logs, buyers, inventory sheets, resale values, even notes about each house. Who was vulnerable, who had dogs, who didn't have cameras. She sold stuff on eBay and Craigslist, laundered through burner accounts, sometimes replaced the real things with knockoffs so folks wouldn't notice right away. It was all so organized, so cold, you had to wonder, how long had she been planning this? And more chilling, who else was helping her? The news explodes. Karen's supporters, the same folks who used to measure lawn heights and scold kids for riding bikes too fast, suddenly start talking about witch hunts, good people making mistakes, and overzealous new residents stirring up trouble. Emily and I become pariahs for a while. Our mailboxes vandalized, creepy letters, and even dead flowers showing up on our doorsteps. No one likes a snitch, apparently. Someone leaves headless dolls in the yard, keys get jammed, car doors glued, and all the while, Karen's friends post her old party photos online, demanding sympathy, painting us as traitors to the community. For every voice speaking up for justice, two more whisper, "You should have kept quiet." But we don't. We call a meeting, read the hate letters out loud, show everyone what's been happening, the vandalism, the notes, the intimidation. The room's split, but you can see minds changing, eyes opening, even if just a little. It's not about lawn rules anymore. It's about fear, about what happens when one person has too much power and nobody questions her until it's too late. At trial, Karen sits there, calm, smug, as if she's the only adult in the room. The prosecution has it all: logs, master keys, testimonies, surveillance footage of her slipping in and out of houses, the works. Emily testifies, strong as ever, scar on her arm showing where Karen threw a vase at her. The jury doesn't take long. Guilty. 12 years, maybe 7 with parole, restitution pending, but the damage to Maple Hollow is deeper than one prison sentence. The HOA dissolves in scandal, every record gets audited, old fines reversed, wrongful evictions exposed. Emily and I file a civil suit and win, a chunk of money we never expected. We use it for a new gate, security lights, the kind of defenses we should have been allowed in the first place. The community comes together, not around Karen this time, but around honesty, rebuilding from the mess she left behind. The rules are rewritten, the new council open, transparent, no more secrets, just folks helping each other out. A year later, Emily and I get married in the backyard, right where it all started. The scene of the crime turned into a scene of hope, laughter, neighbors and friends instead of suspicion and fear. We hang a wooden sign over our door. This house belongs to the people who live in it. Sometimes, kids ask about the lady who went to jail, and I just say, this is the house where someone brave stopped her. And it's true, not just about me or Emily, but about a community that decided enough was enough. But here's the thing. Sometimes, the old fears creep back, and the scars still ache. You double-check the locks, listen to the wind at night, wonder if you'll ever fully trust again. And every now and then, another anonymous note shows up, or a neighbor glances a little too long, as if wondering what you'll do next. Because power never disappears, it just changes hands. Maybe that's the real lesson of Maple Hollow. Trust isn't something you inherit, it's something you fight for, defend, rebuild, over and over. So let me ask you, who do you trust? Who's really watching your neighborhood? And if you saw something wrong, would you speak up, even if it meant standing alone? Let's hear your take. Was justice served? Or does this story just prove how fragile trust really is? Drop your thoughts below. Where do you stand on power, community, and what it really means to feel safe at home?